Testing 1, 2. Here's a new one. Okay, welcome to the new plugin I'm just about to release. I had this sound for ages, but I've never took the time to really engineer it properly, and I came out with something I think that's going to fill a gap of where no other bass plugin will fit in, and this incredible punch of the PEDULLA punch bass. So it's like sort of like a how would you call it? Like a jazz bass on steroids with an incredible heft and bass in the lower department because of the construction of the PEDULLA bass. You know, it gave it so much incredible sustain in the bottom, especially that's why the low B flat here. 2 velocities. Doesn't have a lot of velocities, but it's scaled beautifully. Look. It's very funky and very punchy. Most of the plugins are too civilized. And by what I mean by civilized is that they don't give you enough of the sound that when the bass player digs in to the degree that they actually hit the strings all the way down, punch them down to the pole pieces of the pickups. And there's a great example of hearing a bass player dig in. Just listen to Stevie Wonder's Do I Do. There's a little solo. I think it's only a 8-bar solo maximum that's in there at the end of the song, about 2/3 down. Listen, and you guys, you'll know what I'm talking about. This bass sounds entirely different, but it's got this punch. So here is what I would like to show you. It works for stylistically a surprising amount of things. For example, here's a little funky thing, funky fusiony thing, just played with the Fender Rhodes, the famous E, the PEDULLA punch bass, and Superior Drummer 3. Listen to this. That's pretty funky, right? So now let's look and see how it works for mellower things. It also works there too. I would have almost wished, can I not play just a little longer? It's so much fun to play this. It's incredible. This bass is now available. You can have this if you have Kontakt 6, version 6.7.0 and above. You'll be able to play this bass. And you know what? It's literally very cheap. It's $29.95. That's the introductory price of this bass. I want to show you real quick a couple of things that are special about it in the programming. If you take your modulation wheel and you slowly bring it up, watch what happens. I'm going to play it for you. It's an octaver. That's literally the same strings just transposed an octave higher and then layered upon the normal octave. And that can be controlled by the modulation wheel. So if I bring it down a little bit further, it becomes less obvious. So it adds like some extra special grit to it that you can't get with distortion. It's just because it's an octave. Inside of the plugin, I used a bunch of processing and a couple of new things that are in Kontakt 6, which I'm really impressed by. And one of them is the Bass Pro. And that Bass Pro, let me see if I turn this off here. This is the naked sound. That's actually the DI sound of this particular pickup. But if I turn the bass amp on, it sculpts out the mids, as you can see by the equalizer. This is 9-band EQ here. See that? And it's designed to just make the bass warmer. But still leave an incredible aggressive top end. Show me one plugin that does that. Sorry, bragging. You know, it's so fast and so percussive in the attack because when I played it, I literally dug in really, really hard, and the strings were really smattering on the keyboard. And that is the very purpose of this bass, just to convey power. You know, so it's I would say like for Tower of Power, funky stuff, it would be very eligible, but it also can be very warm because it's got the bass amp in it, which enhances like the warmer low end. I used a tiny little bit of modulation in here that just felt right to spread it a little stereo. It's a chorus. You can take it out just by going under the hood. Without the chorus. Here's with the chorus. Come on. And I really liked how it fattened the sound. So that's just on by default, but you can go under the hood, switch it off, save it as your own instrument, which you do up here. If you were to, for example, say, all right, let's say if your name is Mike, I would do this. I would say add modulation octave. You know all this. Then I would call it just Mike 01 or something like that. You know, you call it something no chorus or so and so forth, and then save it down as that particular plugin and so forth. So that's the PEDULLA Punch Bass. Come to the website. The link is in the description below. You can pick it up for $29.95, and it's worth every penny. I swear to God. I've been using that in a lot of music productions, and it's just now finally ready to have other folks benefit from that sampling session that I did back then. This is, by the way, a shout out to my dear friend Alex Watson, whose PEDULLA bass I borrowed back then, who let me kindly have it over a weekend. And I just went nuts, and I just sampled the whole thing. So please enjoy the PEDULLA. Pick it up on the website, links below. If you found this helpful, this video instructive in any way, please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. There's a lot product specialist videos coming on with tips and tricks to make your production life richer, more fulfilling, and help you to sound better on every level. And that's it. Stephan Oberhoff signing out from the Creation Station. Take good care, be creative, and have so much fun. Peace.